Now, listen, you guys, the scammers are getting a lot of criticism because basically of the announcement that they made. And we're also going to be talking about Drake and the alleged things that are happening in as far as Nicki Minaj is concerned. And we're also going to be talking about Rihanna's baby daddy and all the developments in his case, as well as Barbz being convinced that Nicki Minaj is actually carrying because of the announcement that she decided to make. Now, these are some of the things that we are going to be talking about in this video. Hello, tea lovers, and welcome to the tea plug. I trust you guys are doing well, and I trust you are doing great. Personally, I am doing great, you guys. I am doing extremely amazing. And without further ado, let us dive straight into today's tea. So first of all, let us talk about Nicki Minaj and this entire pregnancy talk, okay? Now, you guys, Barbz are convinced or are convincing each other that Nicki Minaj is actually pregnant. Now, there is a picture that I saw that was posted on Twitter, and well, that's basically a picture of Nicki Minaj in Trinidad, and people are like, oh my God, that's the hotel that Nicki Minaj was staying last time that she went to Trinidad and stuff like that. And so people started having this entire discourse of saying that, listen, it might be that Nicki Minaj is pregnant. And personally, when I saw that picture, I was like, this must be a throwback, because there is no way that she's just going to throw around a picture of her being pregnant just like that. Listen, if she is pregnant, she will actually do an actual pregnancy. I mean, when she was pregnant with Papa Bear, like, did you see any photos of her going around and stuff like that? She's not like one of those people that calls the paparazzi or that's like doing all of this for attention. She doesn't really play those games. But another reason why people were convinced that, listen, this woman might be pregnant is because she doubled down on the hiatus talk, and she said that she's going to be back next year. She said that she's going to be on hiatus for the whole of next year, and so people are using this to say this is the reason why she said she's going to be on hiatus. So I don't know, you guys, because people are saying that, well, by next year she'll be back because that's when she would have delivered her baby. I don't know about that, honestly. But anyway, let me know in the comment section, you guys, what you think about that, okay? Now, moving on to the next thing that we are going to be talking about. About the scammers and them facing a lot of criticism. Now, at this point, I just feel like this award board has become a joke over the years, because no matter what they do, people seem to always have issues with them. And this is what happens when you bring, when you exalt, relations, who knows who above, integrity and fairness. So for those of you who do not know, the Grammys announced, the first round of performers, and people are unimpressed. People are saying that, well, it is giving a snooze fest. And well, these are the people that have been announced to perform this year. We have Billie Eilish, we have Sabrina Carpenter, we have Chaperone, we have Doechii, we have Shakira. At least these are the people that I care about, that I'm going to talk about anyway, as it pertains the performance. So Billie Eilish, I don't understand why people would be mad at her performing, because I mean, she had very nice songs in 2024, and Sabrina Carpenter also had a very great year. Chaperone, of course, the same. She also had a great year, and Doechii had arguably a great year as well, especially towards the end of 2024. It was a decent year. And Shakira, I don't know about Shakira, you guys. How good of a year did she have in 2024? So I don't understand why people are mad. Let me know in the comment section, you guys. Do you think that is going to be a snooze fest, or do you think that it's actually going to be exciting? Now, you guys know that obviously mainly I talk about female rappers. So of course, let us talk about the female rapper that has been, announced to perform, Doechii. Okay, I did see people saying that, well, how come they are asking Doechii to perform when Cousins Law, they had arguably a way better year than Doechii? Like, what logic are they using? And it's just making people actually believe this entire situation that, well, there is a new push behind Doechii, and they are trying to recreate another superstar that I will not mention, but you know who I'm talking about. And I mean, coupled with the subliminal shade that she was sending in the direction of an icon who she tries to be, Of course, people are going to have questions when it comes to that. So, do you think that Cousin Sloth should be performing at the Grammys more than Doechii? Personally, I do feel like, well, she might also, be announced in the coming rounds. I do feel like, well, there is a possibility that she will be performing, and I do know that her performing is also going to benefit Fraudulent Nation because I mean she does have a collaboration with Bongo 2, and Bongo 2 doesn't have anything really going on currently, except of course the boyfriend news and stuff like that, and of course the Tory Lanez case. Other than that, you guys, there really is nothing that's going on for her. So I could see why Fraudulent Nation would pull strings to have Cousin Sloth perform, because that would give a little bit of highlight to Bongo 2. And I mean, Cousin Sloth also has ties to Fraudulent Nation. So I do believe that in the next rounds, we will hear that Cousin Sloth is going to be performing. And if Cousin Sloth does perform without the Transformer, then I will believe that, well, something is happening in that circle of Bongo 2, the Transformer, and Cousin Sloth. So yeah, let me know in the comment section, you guys, what you think about all of that. Still speaking about Doechii, people are speculating that, listen, something is certainly going behind the scenes in as far as them trying to push her down our throats. And people are also bringing up that, listen, if they do give Doechii an award, because there's a post that, certain pop pages, have been posting like, oh, the Grammy nominated spotted there, that type of a post where you can tell that this is paid promo, that type of a thing. Yes. And so people are saying that, well, it's not surprising that, well, they would give Doechii a Grammy this year. And of course, people are complaining of about how much that would be like such a, I don't know, like a silly thing, because I mean there's an icon that Doechii clearly bites from in as far as her style and her rap is concerned. That icon has not been given a scammy, but the people that are trying to imitate her, you're giving them scammies. That would actually be interesting. And at this point, I feel like they're doomed if they do, doomed if they don't, as far as giving Nicki Minaj a scammy. Because like, if they give her a scammy after threatening her and saying that she will pay, they will never give her, they will look pathetic. So now they just have to go on with their entire thing of we're gonna punish her and stuff like that because they don't want to be seen folding. This is a woman who refused to conform to their standards and to the music industry, So for that reason, even if they are now ashamed of what clearly shows that this is not based on merit, they really can't do anything about it. Do you get it? I feel like it's more embarrassing even for them to give her the award right now, because that will be the only person who has managed to go against them and they've had no option but to give her flowers. Interesting. Anyway, the next thing that we are going to be talking about, we're going to talk about Drake Degrassi, okay? Judas Degrassi is being accused of talking ish behind Nicki Minaj's back. Okay, now somebody actually did tell me this, that listen, there's a lot that Judas Degrassi has done to Nicki Minaj, and what we get to see out here, it's just but a sprinkle of what he actually has done to this woman. And at this point, I'm like, why does Nicki Minaj continue being this loyal to this man? Allegedly, even to academics, this man has fed academics some tea about Nicki Minaj. And I'm like, what is your problem? Is it because Nicki refused to lay down with him? Is it because he was just jealous that Nicki, took off before he did? Like, what is the problem with this man, honestly? It's actually rather sad that somebody would do something like that. And in as much as I would want to say that, listen, maybe it's not like that, it's not far-fetched that this man will do something like this, because this is the same man who contacted academics on behalf of SZA and said, please don't talk ish about SZA. No, don't go heavy on SZA, okay? Clearly showing that he has the ability to sort of control what academics says. But academics has the most ish to talk about Nicki Minaj. And this man, Judas Degrassi, never came through for Nicki Minaj to academics to say, listen, you're doing too much. So that in itself should tell you that this man was way more loyal to SZA than to Nicki Minaj. And so when it does come out that, well, he's even out there allegedly feeding people information about Nicki, I really wouldn't be surprised. But guess what? Karma is a B, okay? Because that takes us to the next thing that we're going to be talking about. SZA, you guys, is going to be performing with Kendrick at the Super Bowl. When I heard this, I was like, oh, Karma, how I love you. Yes, Kendrick, the same man who was accusing Drake of being the PDF, is the same man that's going to be performing with SZA. SZA, whom, he was pulling all the strings to make sure that, well, she's protected. The same SZA is out there, performing with Drake's op. I love this. I absolutely love this. And after this information that I heard about him doing the most when it comes to Nicki Minaj, I don't feel an ounce of sadness for him. He deserves it. He does. I mean, I'm not saying that he's not getting blackballed by the industry. He is getting blackballed. I'm not saying that it's fair for somebody to be blackballed by the music industry. Of course, it's not. But karma is real. Karma isn't me. So yeah, let me know in the comment section what you think about SZA performing with Kendrick. Personally, I'm like, you go girl, okay? You go girl. I hope 21 Savage at some point is actually going to come out here and start working with Kendrick Lamar so that he really does feel what, he does know what betrayal feels like. And I also hope that Lil Wayne, listen, I do know the Super Bowl thing caused the conversation and commotion and stuff like that. And I was one of those people that were like, listen, I hope Lil Wayne does not come out if Kendrick calls him to perform. I hope, he doesn't agree to that. But now I've changed my mind. I feel like Lil Wayne should come out here and perform together with Kendrick. Just to be spiteful. Just so Drake can eat humble pie. Because no, man, how are you a man and you're constantly being shady towards this woman? This woman who was with you when you were not, the Drake that you are today. How dare you? So please, I hope Kendrick does the needful. I hope Kendrick reaches out to Lil Wayne. And they perform together at the Super Bowl. That would be absolutely iconic. The next thing that we are going to be talking about, you guys, we're going to talk about Miss Red and Bruno Mars. So yesterday I spoke about how Miss Red was out here teasing a collaboration with Bruno. It seems like the collaboration is out. The song is okay. I did listen to the song and I'll say that, well, it's a very sexy Red song. It's nothing new. It's it is what's expected of her. But it seems like some people are not feeling it. The song itself already was #1 on Spotify, I think, the last time that I checked. And it sounds decent, according to me, decent, but it's not like, wow, listen to the song. It's just okay. But some people are not feeling it at all. Some people are like, listen, we need better from Miss Red and stuff like that. And I'm like, what better do you need from this woman? Do you not know who she is? She's Miss Red. I mean, one of her most popular songs is called Pound Town. I mean, this is the same woman that was out here naming her lip glosses over some sort of, disease. So what exactly do you expect from Miss Red? This is exactly what her IQ does, okay? And some of you were mad at me yesterday and you guys were like, listen, you are making excuses for her because of that, that entire back and forth that she had with the photoshopped image and the back and forth with the daughter and stuff like that, because I said that I really don't think that she thought she was being offensive, and I still stand by that. Me citing out that somebody's IQ as I see it is not that strong to know that, listen, this is where we draw the line. Is not me defending or making excuses for her. You guys, come on. At the same time, like, it's basically the same thing with me and Scarlett. Scarlett has been shady even towards Nicki Minaj unprovoked. And you guys know that I love Nicki Minaj. Like, I don't like it when people unprovoked, shade her, unprovoked. But with Scarlett, I cannot go in hard on her because genuinely I do believe that something does not, I feel like there's something that goes on with her. There's something there that I don't want to say it in a way that's condescending, but like, if you understand what I'm saying, you understand what I'm saying. Like, I find it really hard to go in on her. So that's the same thing. When I look at Miss Red and I see how she carries herself and how she thinks this is cool, she probably thought that that photoshopped image was the same. So let me know in the comment section what you think about that. The next thing that we're going to be talking about, we're going to talk about Benzino. Benzino. Who needs an enemy when you have a father like Benzino? Benzino is out there indirectly co-signing his son-in-law cheating. Yeah. You guys know that recently Coileray spoke up about being cheated on while she's pregnant and stuff like that, and we all were feeling very bad for her. And now there is a video that's recirculating about her dad, basically saying that, well, it's normal, for her baby daddy to be cheating on her. And he said that he's going to do it with respect. I cannot imagine my father co-signing cheating to my husband. I don't know, you guys. He said that he cannot, because I know that even the biggest players, don't get it twisted, okay? Even the biggest players, when it comes to their children, they don't play. Okay, so this is the first player that I'm seeing who co-signs their son-in-law cheating on their daughter. Literally, it's the first time that I'm seeing anything like this. Because when I tell you that my dad, in as much as, I would say that he was a great dad, I can tell you that he was an absolutely amazing father. But when it comes to the women, I was like, the top of a thing. But I know that he never would co-sign anyone cheating on my siblings. Like, no, you can't do that. So for Benzino to do something like this, it's embarrassing, honestly. It's like he's giving that man a pass for cheating, because if you're saying do it respectfully, you're saying do it, just don't get caught. That's weird coming from a father-in-law. So let me just insert what he had to say, and then I'll catch you after that. Because imagine now, Tia Kemp is the one who's coming through telling this boy that don't play with Coileray. So let me insert that, you guys, and then I'll catch you after that.
You don't think it'd be like hard, like dating a rapper, like a rap star, like a male rapper?
Right, yeah, she's gonna have to deal with it. I mean,
like Trippie Redd been like been in the game a minute, like he got crazy fans too.
Man, they be going crazy. So you already know the groupie lines down the corner after every show. Him as a man is gonna have to come to terms with that with just him and God. Because I don't want to be a hypocrite, because I know what I was doing. But she's my daughter. If you love her and you love the child and you plan on being with her, then, nowadays with social media, it's going to be hard to do any type of cheating. But if you do it, you just be respectful at it.
So you think being in a monogamous relationship is going to be hard for them with the pressure?
It's hard to be in a monogamous relationship with anybody right now. I know Koi is a one-woman type guy.
Mm-hmm.
She's not with the, I'm saying, him messing around. So
because some relationships be open. She's not with that open stuff. She's like, hey, you're mine. That's it. Yeah.
No, she ain't with it. You know what I mean?
Is there any advice you would give to Trippie Redd in dealing with your daughter?
If there was any advice I would give him with Koi being pregnant, is to understand that they're going to go through hormonal changes. Don't take it too personal. Mm-hmm. If she's flipping out, let her calm down.
Well, there you heard that, you guys. Now, the last thing that we are going to be talking about, we're going to talk about Rihanna's husband, A$AP Rocky. Now, you guys, that, well, he has a case, that is actually going on. Now, it has been revealed that no black judge has been appointed or assigned to his case. Okay, and that has hurt a lot of people feeling like he's super cooked for this. Okay, people feel like, listen, that in itself, yeah, that's not a good thing. And some people feel like, well, he's going to definitely lose it and stuff like that. And some people are quoting some of his words, saying that this is the same man that said that he does not share the same struggles with regular folk, like he doesn't relate and stuff like that, because, well, he's out here in the affluent areas and stuff like that. So, one thing about the internet is it does not forget. Okay, you really have to be cautious with your words, because one day they will definitely come back to bite you in your behind. Still speaking about Rihanna, it seems like DJ Academics is speculating that she might actually be in a bad deal. Maybe that is the reason why she's not releasing any more music. And personally, I would like to believe the same. I refuse to believe that this is Rihanna just getting uninterested in music. I really don't think that. I think that there's something, and I think I've always said it on this channel, that I do feel like there's a bigger story that we don't know anything about. Okay, it may not come out now, but I do feel like later we will hear the story behind Rihanna not releasing music because it doesn't make any sense. Something certainly happened behind the scenes. Something certainly is happening. Well, according, that's my opinion, obviously. When it comes to her deal, like I do believe that it's rather interesting that she would just, out of the blue, bow out when it comes to music. I don't think so, you guys. But anyway, let me insert what academics, and sometimes academics presents information that he knows as speculation. That's one thing that I've also noticed about him. So I wouldn't be surprised if he's saying this as if it's speculation when he actually heard something about the situation. So let me insert what I had to say, but I don't think that after that I'm actually going to come back. So that being said, thank you very much, you guys, for watching, and thank you very much for making it this far. If you have not already, what are you waiting for? Smash that subscribe button and do turn on the notification bell so that you'll be notified each and every time that I post. Until my next one, see you.
Even I don't know how she has much to deal with this particular case. Oh, she dropped like some shit. That's why she's trending. Yo, you know I do got a question about Rihanna? I would love to see Rihanna's music contracts. Let me tell you this. What I've realized in life, anytime rappers or musicians don't put out music, it's never because they're like they don't want to. Their contract sucks. Kendrick didn't drop music because he's like was on a pro-black hiatus, you know what I mean, or sabbatical. No, he was getting out of his deal with, and everybody knows this, he was getting out of his deal with TDE and establishing PG Lang, and that's one of the main reasons why his music took that long. It's not because he was cooking up. Now, that seems boring to tell the fans, so they're going to be like, oh, no, it's quality. No. Because if you listen to, respectfully, if you listen to Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers, it don't sound like some shit that took 5 years to create, okay? It didn't. You know what I mean? It's because he was going through label issues. Rihanna's very obvious choice to not even try to go back to music with this much of anticipation, and she keeps pumping out lingerie and Fenty Beauty, whatever that is, and like, oh, here's a perfume. She'll drop anything but music. I gotta see her music contract because this is baffling. Trust me, there's nobody who just walks away from music. It's always the contract. I'm telling you, it's always the contract. You get what I'm saying? That's the leverage that an artist has. But even then, there's so much questions I have when it comes in regards to that, because usually an artist of her magnitude, you're gonna bend a little bit to her will because if she doesn't drop, you don't make money. Now, granted, she has an elaborate catalog, and if you look on Spotify, she's still one of the most. I think she has more monthly listeners than even Drake, without dropping music in like forever. It's kind of crazy. So I don't know how you play that. Yeah, she has 87 million monthly listeners. Drake right now has 73. You get what I'm saying? So she has more monthly listeners on Spotify. Now, that doesn't mean total streams, but just really monthly listeners is what it means, monthly listeners, than Drake. But still, like, if she drops a new album, it's going to go diamond, right? So I would love to see what her contracts look like or her current deal looks like because, and by the way, I know people are going to be like, oh, no, she's billion. No, here's the thing about music. With music, no matter what she drops in music is going to be either owned by somebody else or shared in some type of equity deal. What she drops with this Savage Fenty stuff, she owns it all, right? So, I know a lot of people love Rihanna, but like she could never make the money that she's making now off music. No, I don't care how lit the music is. It's just not. It just won't even equate. You get what I'm saying? Okay. Even on. Oh, no, how she has